So yeah, speaking of my gallbladder, I don't think that operation is gonna happen. So they finally got back to me, like Sunday night. It was an unknown number, and I didn't pick it up. And then when I clicked to hear what it was, I guess the lady doesn't want me. She's probably calling from home, instead of calling me from the office. They didn't want me to know her number, but she told me that they got my records and they still want me to go to my PCP and my cardiologist and have them give him the okay, the medical clearance to do the surgery. So I left a message at, I don't know, it was Monday. It wasn't Monday because I had to go out again with my son. I had to take him to wherever, medical stuff. And so I called first thing Tuesday morning. I left messages. I told the cardiologist. They said that the cardiologist and the PCP said I had to come in order for me to get the medical clearance. So I called up the cardiologist and said, you did all my heart tests just 4 months ago. There's no reason why I need to come in. All he wants to know is, do you feel, after you saw all my heart tests, that I can have this surgery? No call back. Called my PCP and said, look, I don't need to come in to see the PCP. All he wants is blood work, and I don't have to pay a copay for the blood work. So I'm really trying to save money here. I said, look, you don't need to have me pay you $30 just for you to hand me a piece of paper to go get blood work. Just order the blood work and I'll go, because I don't have to pay a copay for the blood work. So I get a call back the next day saying, oh, didn't you know? Your doctor dropped you. She doesn't want to be a PCP anymore. I'm like, oh, really? So what kind of professional courtesy is that you tell me this now? Oh, I thought you knew. You thought I knew. You shouldn't even have the decency to tell me this. What happened was, back in March, I don't think I don't like say everything, but back in March, I don't know if I mentioned it, was that they had spaced my next appointment because I was going there for a couple of months, and I was getting sick on all the pills. So she said, I can't give you pills until I look at your liver blood work, and I want to see your eye, the eye doctor. So I gave them the permission. I signed off that they, the medical permission that they can get my records. 6 weeks, my appointment was 6 weeks later. 3 weeks later, I called to confirm, because I don't want to go into that office if they don't have my paperwork, because I noticed they drop the ball or slack off when it comes to getting the medical records, and I don't want to walk in there and pay money and then oh, I'm sorry, we didn't get the paperwork, bye. So she says she doesn't know what kind of pills to give me until she sees those records. So 3 weeks later, I called and said, have you gotten these records? No. Called the doctors, liver doctor, eye doctor. Why haven't you submitted these records? Oh, they never asked us for the records. Okay. So I went to them and told them, can you please take care of this? I gave you permission to get my records. Can you please take care of this? My appointment is going to be in 2 weeks, less than 3 weeks. So the end of the week, 2 weeks before my appointment, I called them back and I said, did you get my records? From the liver doctor, and I said the name, and from my eye doctor, and I said the name. Oh, yeah, it's here. We got it. Okay. I just want to make sure, because if not, I will go to those doctors and give them and ask them to send you the records, and I'll sign the release with them. No, we got it. Day of my appointment, for some miracle, I call it, they didn't ask me for the money up front, which they usually do. So I went to the doctor, and the doctor looks up and down and all around and says, your records from your liver doctor and your eye doctor are not here. So I said, so basically I came here for nothing then, right? I wasted my day. It was like, I think it was my birthday or the day after my birthday or the day before, something like that. So I was like, I came here for nothing? Because the whole point of this visit was for you to see those records and recommend me some diabetes medication. She says, look, your blood sugar is fine. So I'm going to send you to a diabetes specialist or diabetic specialist. Let her deal with you. because I don't dare give you any more meds because I know that, you get sick from all of them. So when it was time to leave, they asked me to pay. And I said, I'm not paying because 6 weeks ago, I asked for my records. She never got them, so therefore she could not treat me. All she did was give me referrals and just, do let me look in your ears and blah, blah, blah. And that was it because my ears were bothering me the last appointment. So that was it. So the lady in the front, receptionist, said, all right, then fine, I won't bill you. But then I started getting bills. And I said, look, I was told, no, we can't go by that and blah, blah, blah. The office manager has to say, has to do it, not the receptionist, blah, blah, blah. So I was calling them, calling the office manager, calling everybody, and they were using every excuse in the book. But you saw the doctor. But what did I see the doctor for? I saw the doctor for to get some pills, finally get some diabetes pills, and I didn't get them. That was the whole reason for the office. Well, she looked in here. So what? That's not what I went there for. She gave you referrals. So what? That is not what I went there for. I went there. That visit was supposed to be to have my records. You had 6 weeks to get my records, and you did not. So somebody lied to me. Somebody dropped the ball. I don't know what happened, but I should not have to pay for my visit. I said, and furthermore, they billed my insurance company. She got paid for my insurance company. Let's not get greedy for $30. I said, but your office just needs to be on top of things. So this was going on for like a month, and finally some supervisor or something calls me back and agreed that I did all I could to have my records there, because I told him the next step is I would have went to those doctors. They're here in the same neighborhood. It wouldn't have cost me nothing to just drive over there, and I said I was doing my part, but that office dropped the ball. And he agreed with me and said that he will tell billing not to bill me for this anymore. So they sent me an email saying, could you rate your visit? Could you please tell us how your visit was? So I wrote it all. So I guess she got mad and, she didn't want to be my PCP, but professional courtesy says you tell me. And supposedly what I found out is they're supposed to write you a letter. You're supposed to get something in writing. Now I'll give her the benefit of the doubt and say, for some reason, my mail was getting lost. The month of June and July was getting lost. They were sending, half of it was being sent back, and the other half was just lost. So I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. They're building a new post office, and I guess they couldn't handle all the mail, and they were just sending it back. So, I'll give her the benefit of the doubt on that, but if it was sent back, or, you should have sent it again. I should have gotten the professional courtesy of knowing. And so now I have to go through the trouble of finding another doctor. You don't know how hard that could be sometimes. That still takes, the insurance. I've had so much trouble with that in the past. And so now I have to go through the whole process of finding another doctor, getting an appointment, her just giving me a regular checkup, and then ordering me to do blood work. And, all of this is going to take time and money that I do not have. So I am so angry. I'm so frustrated. And, I remember calling back the doctor and, he referred me to someone else. And I was like, this is all unnecessary. I said, why do I need to see the PCP when he already why do I need to see the cardiologist? He has the records from my tests. I said, he has my weight. He has my blood pressure. He said he can work with my blood pressure. Why do I need to do this? Well, they're going to want to, give you just a checkup. Why? Why do they need to? All he wants to know is, can my heart handle it? I said, I should not have to spend $40 for that. So she says, anybody's going to ask you that. I said, oh, really? Because the first doctor I went to did not ask me that. I said, he was crazy, and he told me I need to stay in the hospital for a week intravenously and then have weight loss surgery. I said, but he didn't ask me for that. So I'm just thinking that there are people who have told me, and I've been reading online, I don't know, I'm hoping, they say if you take olive oil and lemon, I don't know if it's for one whole day. I don't know if the lemon breaks them down and then the olive oil helps them pass through. But there are people who get stones all the time. They're just prone to stones. And He's been bugging me to be on my lap forever. I can't let him lick me because he'll take off my makeup. So there are people who are just prone to stones. And so they're prone to stones, and they have to do this like every 3 or 4 months. And they were showing how every time they do it, I don't know if they go through their feces or what, but all the stones that are inside of them, as opposed to having the surgery. So I'm thinking about doing that. I'm just scared that if it doesn't break it down, it gets stuck in a tube. My other alternative is wait till I have another attack, God forbid, and then just rush to the hospital when I'm in severe pain, and then they'll take it out as an emergency, because this is absolutely ridiculous. This is ridiculous. It shouldn't be this hard to get such a simple operation. You know, it should not be this hard. I said, and I told I said, this is wrong, because you have my blood work, and albeit it was in March. I said, you've got my test results from my heart. I said, this is unnecessary. I said, what happens if my gallbladder bursts? I said, my eyes, to me, they're still yellow. My family says they're not, but to me they are. So, so this is really unnecessary. It should not be this hard to get surgery. So, I'm gonna talk to my cardiologist, try to call my cardiologist's office one more time and see where I get there. But I think that's it. I think that I don't feel that I should have to go to another doctor, go through all of this crap to try and get this surgery done. I think I'm just gonna look up how to how so many people they have to do this every 3 months because they're prone to stones. I think I'm gonna have to go that route, because it just really shouldn't be this hard. So anyway, just wanted to give you an update on that.